Situated at the confluence of mountains, oceans, rivers, and surrounded by wetlands, San Francisco Bay has a rich natural history. Before European settlers arrived, it was considered a Garden of Eden. Despite the massive expansion over the past 300 years, it still supports an abundant wildlife habitat. The area is now home to over 7 million Californians. But life continues. Each city, each neighborhood, each block, and each yard has its own story to tell. In the springtime, if you look at amongst the newly budded limbs, you just may find the bossy crowned sparrow, the sergeant major of the backyard. He rules the feeder and ensures the comings and goings of the bird community. The flighty finch easily hops between feedings and ensures the space is okay for his wife, mostly because he doesn't want to get yelled at. As fresh grass begins to sprout, the western gray squirrel takes the opportunity to relocate last year's crop. But after months of collecting and gathering, he just can't seem to find his stash. You may also find the Anna's hummingbird. Her long beak and tongue specifically designed to forage nectar from flowering plants. To assist in their search for the colorful blossoms, hummingbirds maintain high wing beat frequencies accomplished by their large pectoral muscles. I certainly hope he's keeping up his gym membership. As day turns to night, the character of the yard begins to change. Aided by state-of-the-art technology, we can see through the darkness as a new traffic pattern and pecking order emerges. Keeping a low profile, the stealthy rat climbs down a vine. Her scent on the well-worn path marks her way home. She could probably sneak into Fort Knox undetected. Look at it go, climbing down that vine like she's auditioning for Mission Impossible. The stinkiest guy in the yard, the striped skunk, spends most of his time with his nose to the ground. When a skunk sniffs, it's like they're reading a novel with their nose. A really smelly novel. Usually found digging in your trash, the Virginia possum's diet consists of half-eaten pizza and discarded shoes. Possums may not have the best table manners, but they make up for it with their enthusiasm for snacking on whatever's available. Typically found in northern Mexico, the chupacabra passes through the backyard without so much as a whisper. The king of the night, he quietly disappears and waits on his victim. Fortunately for the cat, he has another 8 lives. As the sun in the east rises, the day shift takes over and dutifully begins their foraging and pollination duties. From finch to skunk to possum to jay, the bounty of wildlife in a single backyard is testimony to the San Francisco Bay's resiliency. And as the seasons change and years become decades, it will remain a shining example of our earthly wonders.